Hello race fans, after 2 long weeks of no recording, the NASCAR SEGA Cup Series is finally back and we are here live under the lights at Kentucky. This is going to be the Quakerstate 400. Now as you see in front of these passenger cars, driver of the new Ford SVT Raptor pace truck, and there is James McLeod, and I bet he's going to have a blast driving this truck as we're about to have those famous words in motorsports.
Gentlemen, start your engine!
Nice service, be there at the end. It's a long race. We just got to stay in contention, no mistakes. That's the big key, no mistakes today. We get up there, we get in the top 10, we ride. That's what we got to do today.
While the pace truck is going off, here is our starting lineup for the Quakerstate 400. And if you saw that starting lineup, hometown boy James Qualls is on the pole, and right next to him is Andrew Sidney, who's had a couple of wins stolen from him. And starting in fourth is Joseph Lombard, who's trying to rebound back up in the points after a couple of weeks of bad runs. And starting in fifth is Danny Wells, who's gonna try to go for his second win today. James McLeod drives onto pit road, and these guys are getting ready to go racing. And the green flag is out here at Kentucky. The Quakerstate 400 is among us. Heading into the best of the way, James Qualls, he's already trying to run away with the lead. And here comes Ryan Cooper and Danny Wells. And oh man, Danny Wells trying to use a power move on the inside. And the caution's already out. The caution is already out, and James Qualls will lead them under yellow. What happened? Oh no! Oh no, William Duncan and Ben Ward, they're in it. And Dylan Young, oh no. Dylan Young, he's coming down pit road. Well, man, something happened to the 6 and the 42. And Dylan Young, he's coming down pit road. Is he out? No, he's not. He just taking 2 left side tires, but he better hurry up before the pace truck comes back around. And I don't think anyone else is coming down pit road. Oh, yes, they are. We got a couple of takers. Jay Wayfield is one of them. Anybody else? Oh, here comes Tony Blazer in the 78, and I don't see anyone else. But while these guys are taking their pit stops, let's see what happened to bring out our first caution of the night. We're just having to bring out our first caution. It looks like Ben Ward went into turn 3 way too hard, and he gets into the left side of William Duncan, and both cars just slam into the safer barrier. And look what happened to Ben Ward. Ben Ward ended up flipping after contact with William Duncan. So, oh man, just look at that 42 car. Oh man, that's a real Oh man, that's a real tough break for Ben Ward. He went on a wild ride along the safer barrier. We're gonna have to ride on board with him. Okay, here we are riding on board with Ben Ward. Oh man, real hard hit for the 42. Now no doubt, in his day at Kentucky, real tough break for Earnhardt Ganassi today. Now here's what happened to Dylan Young. He started 8th, but then all of a sudden, just heading into turn 1, his car just whips mega loose, and it turns out that he broke something. I think he broke an axle on the Blue Deuce. But anyway, he took 2 pit stops under caution, and he was lucky to beat the pace car out both times. So he's gonna restart at the back of the pack, but he's still on the lead lap. So maybe Dylan Young can turn this race around. Who knows? And here we are back at Kentucky, getting ready to get back with 1 lap to go on the restart. Cars out of the race are Ben Ward and William Duncan. Okay, here's our top 10 rundown. James Qualls, Danny Wells, Ryan Cooper, Andrew Sidney, Tim Feigl, Joseph Lombard, Lyndon Wright, Cody Lamas, and the points leader Ryan Acosta. That's our top 10. And a couple of guys took pit stops. Christopher Martin is one of them. Then John Acosta, last week's winner Sam Young, Eric Burton, Richard Johnson, and Charles Jackson. They took pit stops, so this may be strategy for those guys. I don't know, but the pace truck is going back down pit road, and James Qualls is about to lead these guys back on the green. Hopefully we can get a green flag run going. And we're having the restart, and oh man, it looks like Danny Wells got a better restart than James Qualls did. He's already looking to the inside of James Qualls for the lead. Danny Wells, he's had a couple of bad races over the last couple of weeks in other series, so he's gonna try to use SEGA Cup to capitalize. And here comes Andrew Sidney charging to the inside now. And here comes Lyndon Wright in the 21 car. If anybody remembers Lyndon Wright, he got screwed out of a win at Dover. And look at the run he got on the inside. And oh man, Lyndon Wright, he just being pushed to the lead. And look who's behind him. Oh man, two-time Kentucky winner Joseph Lombard. He's making his way into third, but he's about to get passed by Ryan Cooper. And oh man, there was almost some contact there. And here comes 2 Roush teammates. The points leader, Ryan Acosta, he's trying to bring Cody Lamas along with him. Now Cody Lamas, he took out Cole Daly in final practice, and forced him to start back in the lead as they're trying to go three wide for second. But while they're having those battles, Lyndon Wright, he's run away with the lead. He's got a pretty good gap over the rest of the field as Ryan Acosta takes second. And oh man, more contact with the 17. He almost got into Ryan Cooper. That was close. And here comes the 18 of Nathan Duanes. And here comes the 99 of Alex Ferranti. He desperately needs a good run today. Now next week, these guys are gonna head into Daytona, and if anybody knows how to win at Daytona, it's this guy. He won the Budweiser shootout this season, and he also won the second. Whoa! Oh man, contact! Ryan Acosta! Oh man! Oh man! Ryan Acosta just sideswiped the wall. That was close, but oh man, that's gonna make him lose a lot of positions. And I think a couple of guys just came down pit road. Who's the leader? Is it still Lyndon Wright? Yes, it is. Lyndon Wright is still leader, but look who's in second. Barney Ward. Oh man, where did he come from? And I think a couple guys took some pit stops. Well, I thought they did, but they didn't. But Lyndon Wright, he's still the leader. Breaking away in second is Barney Ward. Third is now Rhett Yates. Oh man, trying to represent for 20X Racing. And look at this, 2 hometown boys battling for position. James Qualls and Dylan Poteet, our Pocono winner. He's got his alter ego Ryan Cooper right under him. And And oh man, Ryan Cooper, he just made a power move. Oh man, more contact. Oh man, what the hell is going on? That's the third person Cody Lamas has gotten into. He's gonna, oh man, he's trying to wreck somebody as he's desperately trying to stay in the top 10. He's running in 8th right now. Oh man. But while all this carnage is going on, Lyndon Wright has a huge lead. And oh man, he just went way high. And oh boy, we got a car down pit road. That's Dylan Poteet. And I think Lyndon Wright just took a pit stop because now they're saying Barney Ward is the leader. Yes, Lyndon Wright, he's coming down pit road. Barney Ward is the new race leader. Lyndon Wright surrenders the lead to Barney Ward, but he's got Red Yates close behind him, and the caution's out. Oh boy, the caution's out. The caution is out. And I'm trying to see what happened. I see Cole Daly and Callum Wells on pit road, and there's Cody Lamas on pit road as well. There's Aaron Williams and Lyndon Wright and Trent Dunham. And oh boy, Alexander Jones, he's got some damage to that 11 car. And Matthew Daly in the 22. Oh, so something must have happened to them. They're smoking turns 3 and 4. That's indeed what happened, as the whole field is coming down pit road, and that's going to be bad news for the guys who took pit stops the last time by. I think they're still going to be a lap down. I don't know. But while these guys are taking their pit stops, let's see what happened to bring out our second caution, as Barney Ward is still our race leader. Okay, here's having to bring out our second caution, and it was because of public enemy number 2, aka Jay Wakefield, one half of the infamous Wakefield brothers. He gets into it with Alexander Jones and Matthew Daly. Now he knocks Matthew Daly loose, and Matthew Daly just slams into the wall. Then Matthew Daly, he gets into the safer barrier. But it doesn't end there. He also gets slammed in the back by Red Bell. Jared Wakefield and Steven Gonzalez, they also get scraped along the way. But oh man, that's what happened to bring out our second caution. And Jay Wakefield, he is not making his reputation any easier. Where is he? There he is. And oh man, Jay Wakefield, he's gonna have some explaining to do coming into Daytona next week. And here we are back here at Kentucky with some breaking news. You will not believe this. 2 cars have blown up in the caution laps. One of them is Aaron Williams in the 48. And that's a real tough break. And the second car that blew up is the car that has led the most laps so far. And that is Lyndon Wright. Where is he? There is Lyndon Wright. Lyndon Wright's car, well, it just stop smoking, but yes, that 21 car is way off the pace. And oh man, that's a real tough break for Lyndon Wright. And he had just led the last lap. He took a early pit stop to be the leader, but I guess one of his guys screwed up. And there goes Aaron Williams. Real tough break for the 48. He's been blowing up a lot lately. They need to work on their engines. Seriously, let's check on the pace truck. Well, the lights are off on the pace truck. Now Dylan Poteet, he is not the leader. He's at the tail end of the field. Our new leader is the guy who started dead last in this race. Cole Daly, he is gonna be our leader. But Luke is coming up in second behind him. The guy who took him out in final practice, Cody Lamas. Third is going to be Callum Wells. 4th, Trent Dunham. 5th, Andrew Sidney. 6th, Barney Ward. 7th, his teammate, Joseph Lombard. 8th, Rhett Yates. 9th, last week's winner, Sam Young. And rounding out the top 10 is going to be Danny Wells. Danny Wells' teammate, Christopher Martin. He's already a lap down, but this is his chance to get his lap back if he can. And the person who dropped out of the race because of that was Red Bell. So that's a real tough break. We are going to restart with 11 laps to go. Can Cole Daly pull off a miracle? He will be the first person in SEGA Cup Series history to start from dead last and win a race if he can do that. But he has to but he has to hold off Cody Lamas and Callum Wells to do it. I don't know if he can. Can Dylan Pote stay out in the front to restart at the tail end of the field again? I don't know. But here comes Cody Lamas on the inside of him. He took him out in final practice. I don't think he's done enough to do it again. And Dylan Pote, he's trying to use Christopher Martin for leverage so he can stay on the lead lap. But if he gets passed by Cody Lamas, he's gonna get lapped, and that's what's going on right now. Cody Lamas is trying to run away with the lead, and he's got a fellow forward right behind him for second, Callum Wells. Callum Wells, winner of the NASCAR SEGA Cup Series All-Star race. He's gonna try to go for his second official victory. He hasn't won since Bristol. And here comes Trent Duncan on the inside, sponsoring The Walking Dead on his car. He just did episode 5, which is up on his YouTube channel. And here comes Rhett Yates out of Twin X Racing. I don't know where Seth Cole and Sean Henley are. Those are his two teammates, and he's about to pass Trent Duncan for third. And Callum Wells just had a battle for the lead, and Callum Wells, he's gonna run away with it. The NASCAR Mobile One Nationwide Series champion, and looks like Christopher Martin, his car is up to speed, but he's shown in 35th position. He's racing hard to get his lap back. Yes, he is. He's racing hard to get his lap back. And here comes Rhett Yates. Whoa! Oh, whoa, man! Where did Rhett Yates come from? Rhett Yates had taken the lead. Here comes Barney Ward, and here comes public enemy number 2, Jay Wakefield, back into the picture. Oh man, how would it be for one of the Wakefields to win this race? As Rhett Yates and Barney Ward, they're still hanging on to the lead. Rhett Yates, he's trying to get that draft off of Christopher Martin, but don't count out Barney Ward yet. Here he comes. Barney Ward, his last win came way back at season 1 at Bristol, and he really wants to get his second ever SEGA Cup Series victory. He is trying as hard as he can to look on the inside, of Rhett Yates, and he's got it. And oh man, Barney Ward, he's been on a mega roll lately. But oh man, here comes Jay Wakefield on the inside for the lead. Oh man. We got three Chevrolets and 2 Dodges in the top 5. Now Andrew Sidney, he just got into a place he's very familiar with. He just got second place, and he's gonna have to chase down that GoDaddy Chevrolet. As next time out, we have 5 laps to go, and Cole Daly still trying to pull off a miracle. Started dead last in this race, and he's about to get into 3rd position. Let's ride on board with the 77. Cole Daly needs to do whatever he can to catch up to the 12 and the 10. And I just saw Jay Wakefield. He put Christopher Martin in between him and Andrew Sidney. That's a smart move by the 10. But how long will it work? Don't forget, Christopher Martin's car is up to speed, and he's gonna force Jay Wakefield on the outside if he can. And that's gonna help out Andrew Sidney. And there goes here comes the Enzo Ferrari in the 99. Here comes Alex Ferranti trying to get into the top 5. He just passed Cole Daly, and I just saw Zohar getting into 3rd place. Where did he come from? Zohar Mana, he's trying to get in this thing. And we're having, and oh man, we just had a battle for the lead. Andrew Sidney, he just took it away from Jay Wakefield. But oh man, Jay Wakefield, he's trying to fight as hard as he can on that side, but he's gonna have Rhett Yates to deal with. Now Andrew Sidney, he needs to do the smart move. This is almost the same situation that happened to him back at Michigan. Andrew Sidney, he was leading at Michigan until he had to pit on the. He had to pit on the white flag. If the caution come out, the race is over. Oh, and the caution is out! The caution is out! The race is over! The race is over! Oh no, Danny Wells. Who else? Oh boy, I think it was Callum Wells, John DeCosta's got damaged, Sam Young, Eric Burton, Cody Lamas. Oh man, I think that's it, but I don't know. But oh man, Danny Wells, look at that 29 car. That 29 car is damaged. And he was just running in the top 10 a few laps ago. But now pit strategy is gonna come into question here. Will Andrew Sidney or Jay Wakefield have to come down pit road for this? I don't know, but we're gonna have to check and see what's gonna happen. But let's check the replays of what happened to bring out our third and final caution of the night. Well, I can tell one person Danny won't be happy with after this race is over. It's Sean Henley, and here's what happened to bring out our final caution. Sean Henley gets into the turn, but then he gets loose, and then he pretty much takes out Danny Wells. Danny Wells just slides into the safer barrier. His car just spins around, but it doesn't end there. He nearly gets clobbered by the points leader and his teammate. But look at John Acosta. Oh man. He just gave a mega hard hit to Danny Wells, and that what pretty much ended their days. We're gonna have to ride on board with John Acosta because he hit the 29 really hard. As John Acosta's number 13 comes to rest at the entrance of turn 4. Okay, here we are riding on board with John Acosta. This is what he saw. Oh man, I guess John Acosta went high trying to avoid the slow Alexander Jones, and then he just got stuck on the wall, then he slammed into Danny. But oh man, that's a real tough break for both John Acosta and Danny Wells. Now here we are riding on board with Danny Wells. There's a contact from the 25 car, then here comes John Acosta into the picture. Oh man, just a tough hit for the 29. Well, here we are back at Kentucky, and yes indeed, this race is going to be over. This race is going to end under caution as we see Danny Wells. His car is stalled by the apron, but that doesn't matter right now. He finished second place 5 times in Season 1. Season 2 was going to be his rebound season. He ended up winning the All-Star Showdown to get into the All-Star race, but tonight, he will finally capture his very first SEGA Cup Series victory, a long time in the making. Andrew Sidney, he finally does it here, and he will win here at Kentucky. Andrew Sidney will take the Quakerstate 400. Andrew Sidney getting a win for Penske Racing this season, and he will win here at Kentucky. He takes the Quakerstate 400. Second place is Jay Wakefield. Third place, Rhett Yates. Fourth place is Zohar Manoa. Fifth place is Alex Ferranti. Sixth place is Joseph Lombard. Seventh place, Tim Feigl. And finishing 8th is Cole Dalley, which is a pretty good run for him. Ninth place is Tony Blazer. And rounding out the top 10 is Kurt Mortonic. Quakerstate 400. And this race is in the books. The standings are official. Andrew Sidney finally captures his first ever SEGA Cup Series victory here at Kentucky, and he will capture big momentum as he heads into Daytona next week. Okay, time to go with the rest of the field. James Qualls, Richard Johnson, Barney Ward, Jason Posas, and Trent Duncan round out the top 15. Then it's Seth Cole, Ryan Cooper, Jack Richards, Dylan Young, and Jake Rogers. Jake Rogers started 41st, so he ended up with a top 20. That's pretty impressive. Then Sean Henley, Nathan Duanis, Charles Jackson, Stevie Pye, and Jerry Wakefield round out the top 25. Then it's Alex Drayton, Ryan Acosta, Alexander Jones, Christopher Martin, and Callum Wells round out the top 30. From Callum Wells on down to Sam Young, those are the guys who all took late pit stops. That's why they finished 30th or worse. Dylan Pote was a lap down, and Danny Wells, he didn't drop out, but he was just 2 laps down after that collision with John Acosta and Sean Henley. Then from 36 on down to 42nd, these guys DNF'd. John Acosta, Matthew Daly, Aaron Williams, who blew up again, Lyndon Wright, Red Bell, William Duncan, and Ben Ward. That's the field. Oh man, Kentucky was a pretty wacky race, but what's gonna happen at Daytona? You're gonna have to tune in for that soon. But congratulations one last time to Andrew Sidney for finally winning a SEGA Cup Series race here at Kentucky, and we will see you all next time for Daytona.